We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Alec Mills is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
So digging in now, Honus Wagner. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here's the first pitch to him. To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Brian Reynolds. Here comes the first pitch. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
The 1-1 home. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Soft grounder left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Jeez, this looked like a routine grounder that just got away from him. Every school kid knows that you've got to look it all the way into the glove. He didn't, and now they've got to deal with a 1-out base runner.
Standing in, Dave Parker. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
No, that's down.
So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Row, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runner goes for second. He pulls this one into right, and that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into third, and he is in there.
Well, that's an aggressive tactic by the manager right there. You don't see that often. Hit and run this early in the game. That's usually saved for mid to later when you're trying to score some runs, but obviously they have major respect for this guy on the mound today.
Up next for the Buccos, Willie Stargell, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. Has a look, now the pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. A count of 1-1 to the Pirates' first baseman. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Pop Stargell.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base. The 2-1
is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Good time to try to put the ball down in the strike zone. You can either get a strikeout or a potential double play ball.
The 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Standing in now, Andrew McCutchen, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. In his career, McCutchen carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. The set and the 1-0.
0-2.
There's a line drive base hit to left field, and the run will score as the Pirates are on the board first. It's 1-0.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can.
Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 3 homers and 11 RBIs. He's set. The 0-1. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
Make a good pitch right here and get your offense back in the dugout after only giving up 1 run.
Parker at second, McCutchen at first, 2 out in the inning. Fouled away. Ready on 0-2. Liner toward right center, and that's going to get down out there. And the run will score from second to make this a 2-0 ball game.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, and it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think a non-executed pitch on the inner half, Dan, is exactly what the batter's looking for. Something he can keep his hands inside and just fist to the opposite field.
Colin Moran is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 4 home runs and 14 driven in. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
To 2-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left stranded. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Pirates lead it 2-0. Mitch Keller is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting to see which guy shows up in this one here today.
Stepping up to the plate, Chase Strumpf. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Pitch on the way. Ball 1. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. A little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Here's the 2-1 home. Line drive to center field. McCutchen is right there, 1 down.
Batting second, the third baseman, Ryan.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch coming. Here it is.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. And now a pitch on the way. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
So now to the plate, Billy Williams. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. On to Stargell at first, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Pirates 2 and the Cubs nothing. Jacob Stallings will be the next hitter. Took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
In there, no balls and a strike.
That elevated fastball right there That is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Now here's the pitch. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Stepping in now, Mitch Keller. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. In there, 1-1. Pirates pitcher at the plate with a 1-2 count. One out, nobody on. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Strumpf trying to get there. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Digging in now, Hannes Wagner. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
The windup and the 0-1. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Two out, nobody on. Just hung in there on that one. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They're up 2-0. So in now for Chicago, Dave Kingman. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, got to feel like it's a win for the offense.
Hit back toward the mound. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
A nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
The next Cub up, Ernie Banks. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Nobody out, runner on first. Fastball well outside. The 1-1 home. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. Kingman isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. He will score as it's now a 1-run ball game.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
At the ball.
Looking for a productive at-bat here. Get that runner from second over to third.
Now the 1-0.
Well, that's
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning. Because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate. And that usually means damage done.
Here he comes on 2-0. No one out with a runner at second. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Mazeroski will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Batting center, the catcher, Wilson.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard toward the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Runner at first here with one away in a 2-2 ball game. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
Here it comes on 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. The 3-2 pitch is at the knees and called strike 3.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
At the plate now, Alec Mills, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Top of the third set to get underway, and digging in is the outfielder, Brian Reynolds.
Number 10, Brian Reynolds.
First pitch coming. Here it is. The windup and the 0-1.
Back outside.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Striding into the box, Dave Parker. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Nice job on the mound to bounce back from the leadoff walk. Those are usually pretty costly, but that won't be the case this time after the 2 ball.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup batter, Willie Stargell. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Scooped up, throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Bucks go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the third, all even at 2 apiece. Bottom of the third now, and that'll give way to the rookie second baseman, Chase Strumpf. First pitch of the at-bat.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Line towards center field. But this will hang up a bit too long as it's taken in chest high for the first out. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Bryant. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a ball 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
That's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, left fielder, Billy.
Stepping into the box, Billy Williams. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
The 1-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Runners on first with 1 down. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. The 1-2. Pitch is popped up. Mazeroski is calling for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, number 10, Dave Kingman.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Dave Kingman. He reached on a single in his first try. From the belt, kicks and deals. Kingman, a native Oregonian. He's a 17-year big league vet, so I think you could say he's just about seen it all.
Yeah, you said it, Matty. Nothing else has to be said. In order to stay in this game 16 years, you have to be a great talent, a great teammate, and have the ability to adjust and evolve as a player. So hats off to him.
2 out with the man at first. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Hit in the air out to left field. Reynolds has it for out number 3. One left for the Cubs. And after 3, it remains a 2-2 tie. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now batting, Andrew McCutchen. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Andrew McCutchen.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. This one's down to third. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Now at the plate, Bill Mazeroski. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes to Mazeroski. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
3-1 now as that misses down and in.